Today, we're diving into one of the most misleadingly named dishes on the menu, Caesar salad. You'd think, with a name like that, it must have something to do with Julius Caesar, right? You know, the Roman general with the laurel wreath and the whole et tu, brute drama? But nope. As it turns out, the origins of Caesar salad have nothing to do with ancient Rome, togas, or emperors. Instead, it's a story involving a busy restaurant, a shortage of ingredients, and a little culinary improvisation that changed salad history forever. So, who is the Caesar in Caesar salad? Let's find out. Right here, on History of Simple Things. The first thing we need to clear up is the common misconception that Caesar salad has any historical connection to Julius Caesar. That's completely false, but it's easy to see why the name might cause confusion. The salad sounds regal, like it should be served in a marble-columned hall with gold plates and goblets of wine. But the truth is, Caesar salad is a product of the 20th century. In fact, it was born in a restaurant kitchen during a chaotic day in the 1920s. The man behind it wasn't a Roman emperor, but a real-life chef named Caesar Cardini. Yep, that's the Caesar we're talking about. Caesar Cardini was an Italian immigrant who made his way to North America in the early 1900s. He spent time in both the US and Mexico, running restaurants and making a name for himself in the culinary world. Cardini eventually settled in Tijuana, Mexico during Prohibition. At the time, Tijuana was a hot spot for Americans who wanted to enjoy a cocktail or two without breaking the law back home. Caesar saw the opportunity and opened Caesar's Hotel and Restaurant in the city. It was here, in the summer of 1924, that Caesar Cardini would accidentally invent one of the world's most famous salads. According to the most widely accepted version of events, the Caesar salad was born on July 4, 1924, America's Independence Day. Cardini's restaurant was slammed with American tourists celebrating the holiday, and the kitchen began running low on ingredients. Faced with a menu that was quickly falling apart, Cardini needed to create something from what he had left. So he threw together a handful of simple items: romaine lettuce, garlic, croutons, Parmesan cheese, olive oil, a coddled egg, Worcestershire sauce, and lemon juice. He presented it with flair, tossed right at the table in front of the guests, and the salad was an instant hit. Not just for the flavor, but for the experience. Here's an interesting twist. The original Caesar salad didn't include anchovies. That surprises a lot of people because modern Caesar dressings often have a strong anchovy flavor. Caesar Cardini himself wasn't a fan of anchovies, at least not in the dressing. Instead, he used Worcestershire sauce, which already contains anchovies in a more subtle form. That gave the dressing its signature umami kick without being overwhelming. Also, the salad wasn't chopped or tossed in a bowl. The romaine leaves were left whole, arranged neatly, and meant to be picked up by hand. In many ways, it was closer to a finger food than a side dish. Now, like many famous dishes, there's a little drama behind Caesar salad's origin story. While most people credit Caesar Cardini, there are a few competing claims. One comes from Caesar's own brother, Alex Cardini, who said he actually invented the salad and originally called it the aviator salad to honor a group of pilots who visited the restaurant. Another version even credits a different staff member in the restaurant kitchen. But despite the disputes, the name Caesar salad stuck. Over the years, the salad spread beyond Tijuana, crossing into California and eventually the world. So how did a salad from a Mexican border town become a global staple? One word: Hollywood. Tijuana was a favorite escape for actors and celebrities during the Prohibition era. Word of Caesar Cardini's famous tableside salad spread like wildfire through social circles in Los Angeles and beyond. By the 1930s and 40s, the Caesar salad was appearing on menus in fancy hotels and restaurants across California. In 1948, Caesar Cardini even trademarked his salad dressing, and his daughter Rosa would later launch a line of bottled dressings that carried on the family legacy. Like any great dish, the Caesar salad has evolved. People began adding grilled chicken, bacon, shrimp, or even kale to it. Chefs experimented with different kinds of cheese or crouton styles. And of course, anchovies eventually made their way into the dressing. Some versions even turn it into a wrap or pizza topping. But at its core, the classic Caesar salad is still built on that original idea. Simple ingredients brought together in a bold, flavorful way. And even now, almost 100 years later, the original version is still being served at Caesar's restaurant in Tijuana. There's a reason Caesar salad is hard to stop eating once you start. And it's not just because it's healthy. It's all about umami, that savory, mouth-watering fifth taste that makes food extra satisfying. Between the Parmesan, Worcestershire sauce, garlic, and olive oil, your taste buds get hit with layers of rich, salty depth. Add the crunch of croutons and the crisp bite of romaine, and suddenly it's more than a salad. It's comfort food disguised as a leafy dish. That balance of flavors and textures, that's the real magic Caesar Cardini stumbled upon. So the Caesar in Caesar salad wasn't a Roman emperor or some ancient culinary genius. He was a smart, fast-thinking Italian immigrant who knew how to turn a kitchen crisis into an unforgettable dining experience. What started as a last-minute improvisation became a staple on tables around the world. And the next time you eat a Caesar salad, whether it's at a fancy bistro or just out of a plastic container at your desk, remember, you're eating a little bite of food history. And no, Julius Caesar had nothing to do with it. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.